Welcome to Y-Stick. You wake up and reach for your phone before your eyes are fully open. Your thumb moves before your mind does. A scroll, another scroll, another. It feels automatic. But the real answer is far stranger. Because the glowing rectangle in your hand is only about 15 years old. The machinery inside your skull is about 200,000 years old, and most of it was shaped in a world where information was scarce, danger was constant, and survival depended on noticing small changes before they noticed you. And that mismatch changes everything. You call it doom scrolling. Your ancestors would have called it survival. To understand why you can't stop scrolling, you have to go backward. Far backward, before cities, before writing, before agriculture. Imagine waking up on an African savanna. No alarms, no messages, no overnight notifications, only wind, birds, and uncertainty. The first thing your brain wanted was information. Is there danger nearby? Did it rain? Where is water? Did the herd move? Who in the tribe is upset with whom? Information was survival, and survival was everything. That's the part modern life forgets. Today information feels cheap, endless, disposable, but your brain still treats it like. Psychologist Daniel Berlyne spent decades studying curiosity and found something important. Curiosity is not random. It is a biological drive, like hunger, like thirst. Your brain hates gaps in knowledge. It wants closure. It wants certainty. It wants to know what's behind the next hill or what's in the next post. Same machinery, different hill. And then there's dopamine. Most people think dopamine is pleasure. It isn't. That idea is incomplete. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz discovered that dopamine spikes most strongly before reward, not after it. It is anticipation, possibility, potential. Your brain is not saying, that was good. It is saying, pay attention, something good might be coming. That distinction matters, because social media is built almost entirely on might. Maybe the next post will be funny, maybe shocking, maybe useful, maybe beautiful, maybe, and maybe is irresistible. B.F. Skinner discovered this long before smartphones existed. His experiments showed that animals become most obsessed when rewards arrive unpredictably. Not every time. Randomly. This is called variable reward. A pigeon pecks once. Nothing, pecks again. Nothing, pecks again. Food, the uncertainty creates compulsion. Sound familiar, refresh. Scroll, tap, refresh again. You are basically pecking digital grain. A slightly more advanced pigeon, admittedly, but not by much. And the system. Every swipe is a slot machine. Sometimes nothing. Sometimes outrage. Sometimes novelty. Sometimes validation. Your brain loves all four, especially novelty. Novelty once kept you alive. A new sound in the bushes, a new path to water, a new fruit, a new face. Your ancestors who paid attention survived longer than those who ignored the unfamiliar. Evolution rewarded the curious. Now curiosity has nowhere natural to stop. There is always another post. Always another. And infinite scroll removed the last remaining barrier. In 2006, designer Ozzer Raskin created Infinite Scroll. He later admitted it exploited human psychology in a way that felt dangerous. Because without stopping points, your brain never gets completion, and completion matters. Ancient life was full of endings. The hunt ends, the meal ends, night falls, fire burns out. Your nervous system evolved around cycles. Scroll feeds have no cycle. They are like standing at a river that keeps whispering your name, and your brain keeps leaning closer. Robin Dunbar, an anthropologist, found that humans evolved to manage around 150 stable social relationships. That was the tribe. That was the world, a small circle, a predictable network, a manageable emotional load. Today, in 5 minutes you can consume updates from 500 people. Friends, celebrities, strangers, enemies. People you went to school with once and haven't spoken to in 12 years, but somehow still know their vacation schedule. Your brain wasn't built for this, and yet it tries. Every face gets scanned. Susan Fisk's research shows your brain categorizes social information in milliseconds. Safe, dangerous, high status, low status, ally, rival. This happens automatically. You don't choose it. You scroll and your brain works overtime, and every post is data. Who is succeeding? Who is admired? Who is attractive? Who is angry? This mattered enormously in ancient tribes. Social position affected access to food, mates, and protection. Status was survival. Now status is follower counts and beach photos. The biology didn't update. Only the wallpaper changed. Then comes comparison. Psychologist Leon Festinger proposed social comparison theory in 1954. Humans constantly measure themselves against others. It helps orient your place. Dangerous online. Because tribal comparison had limits. Maybe 40 people, maybe 100. Now you compare yourself to millions, and not even real millions. Edited millions, filtered millions, highlight reel millions. Your ancestors compared hunting skill. You compare abs, careers, houses, and wedding photos. It's like entering a marathon where everyone else gets to start at the finish line. And your brain takes it seriously. Because it thinks status still determines. Why is anger so magnetic? Because your ancestors survived by noticing threats faster than comforts. Psychologist Paul Rozin showed how negative information sticks harder in memory than positive information. This is negativity bias. Bad news grabs harder, it lingers longer, it feels urgent. A peaceful village was safe. A snake in the grass needed immediate attention. Your brain still follows that rule. Online threats are everywhere, political fights, disasters, arguments. Your brain locks on, not because you enjoy stress, because ancient biology says, watch the danger. Even when the danger is a celebrity feud you will forget in 6 hours. Biology is not always selective. Then there's belonging. This might be the deepest hook of all. Humans are tribal animals. Research by Naomi Eisenberger found social rejection activates some of the same pain circuits as physical pain. Exclusion hurts. Literally. That made sense in prehistory. Being cast out often meant death. So your brain became hypersensitive to belonging. Likes, comments, replies, tiny signals. But ancient systems read them as social safety. No likes, potential danger. Many likes, temporary tribe approval. It sounds ridiculous. It also works. That's why you check, not for vanity, for reassurance. Your nervous system keeps asking, am I still accepted? Social media answers. Again, 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 until you ask again. And sleep. Neuroscientist Matthew Walker has shown how sleep disruption affects memory, emotion, and impulse control. Screens amplify that. Blue light delays melatonin. Novelty keeps arousal high. Emotional content keeps the mind spinning. Your ancestors slept with darkness. You sleep beside an infinite social machine, and then wonder why your brain feels noisy, because it is. Attention is another casualty. Research by Gloria Mark found that the average duration of focused attention on screens has dropped dramatically. Not because humans got weaker, because environments got louder. Attention adapts. That's what brains do. They shape themselves around repeated experience. This is neuroplasticity. Useful, dangerous. Practice distraction, and distraction becomes easier. Practice focus, and focus becomes easier. Your brain learns what you repeat. Even if what you repeat is opening the same app every 6 minutes, which, from evolution's perspective, is deeply confusing. Imagine explaining TikTok to a hunter-gatherer. So you stare at dancing strangers while lying still? They would assume illness. And yet the pull is real. Because beneath the app, ancient systems are firing: curiosity, reward, threat detection, status comparison, belonging, 5 systems, 1 device all at once. That's powerful. And algorithms amplify. Algorithms are not conscious, not evil, but they are relentless. They learn from behavior. They detect pause time, click time, watch time. They ask one question, what keeps you here, and then they optimize. Again and again, like evolution itself. Blind, cold, efficient, your attention becomes fuel, which is ironic. For most of history, your ancestors spent their days trying not to become fuel for something else. Can you fight it? Yes, but not through willpower alone. People blame themselves. They think, I'm weak, I lack discipline. Not quite. Behavioral scientist Katie Milkman shows environment often shapes behavior more than intention does. Design matters. Friction matters. Distance matters. Move the app off your home screen. Turn off notifications. Make your phone grayscale. Create spaces without screens. Put it in another room. Tiny barriers matter because ancient brains are lazy in efficient ways. They follow the easiest path. Make focus easier, and something changes. Not instantly, but gradually, like all evolution. There's another trick: replace, don't just remove. Your brain needs stimulation. That never changed. Read a book, walk outside, talk to someone, sit with boredom. Boredom matters. Modern people fear boredom. Ancient humans relied on it. Boredom creates reflection, planning, creativity. Your best ideas rarely arrive while consuming endless content. They arrive in the quiet. The quiet your phone keeps interrupting. That may be the strangest part of all. You think you use your phone to escape uncertainty, but often it creates more comparison, more noise, more questions, more tension, and your brain keeps returning because uncertainty is addictive. It always has been. Your ancestors chased uncertainty because it might lead to food. You chase uncertainty because it might lead to something interesting. A smaller prize, same circuitry. So no, you You are ancient, painfully, brilliantly ancient. A creature built for rivers, firelight, faces, weather, and small circles of trust, not infinite feeds, not algorithmic persuasion, not a world where the entire species can shout into your pocket at once. And yet here you are, adapting, as humans always do. The real question isn't why you scroll. That part is obvious. The real question is, when do you stop? Because tomorrow morning, before your eyes fully open, your hand may reach for the phone again. Your thumb will move toward the future. But your brain is still in the cave, still listening for rustles, still scanning for danger, still hunting for berries. Only now the berries glow. And there is one more thing your ancestors understood instinctively: silence. Silence was information too. A forest going quiet could mean a predator. A campfire going quiet could mean everyone. Silence had texture. Now silence feels uncomfortable. Why? Because your brain has been trained to expect stimulation. Constant stimulation. The moment there is emptiness, your hand reaches again, not because something is wrong, because your reward system has learned that emptiness might be solved with novelty, and novelty is one of the oldest currencies in biology. Researchers like Jock Panksepp called this the seeking system, a deep motivational circuit in the brain. Not satisfaction. Seeking, movement toward possibility. That system helped your ancestors explore caves, cross rivers, and discover new food. Today it helps you open the same app 20 times an hour. The machinery is ancient. The target is absurd, but the drive is real. And once you understand that, something changes. You stop seeing scrolling as a personal failure. You start seeing it as an evolutionary collision. Ancient instincts meeting modern engineering. A nervous system built for scarcity trapped inside abundance. And abundance is harder to regulate than scarcity. Scarcity has limits. Abundance does not. That may be the deepest challenge of modern life, not getting what you need, knowing when to stop getting more. If you want to keep understanding yourself, subscribe. And if you watched this far, what do you want to understand next?